Hey guys, so this is going to be my first YouTube video, so yeah, basically I'm just going to be telling you my experience of when I met Shane Dawson. So, yeah. So, it was in Katy, Texas, so we drove all the way there. Katy, Texas is really close to Houston, so the hotel we were staying at was like right across the street from the Katy Mills Mall where we were meeting him. So, yeah, so that night we went to, Katy Mills Mall just to like see what the Books a Million looked like and like make sure we know when to get there and everything. So we went to the lady that worked there and she said that just get her here early because there's gonna be a lot of kids here and everything. So yeah. So I wake up like that night I have like a really hard time going to sleep because I'm like really excited. So I wake up the next morning at 6 a.m. I remember, and my grandma had to wake me up. So I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go get the tickets. I was scared I was gonna miss it. So I literally got dressed, did everything I needed to get ready, and then I was like, okay, the hotel we were staying at, they had free breakfast, so we ate breakfast at the hotel. So I was just like, ugh. So like I ran, like we went downstairs to eat breakfast. So like I ate my breakfast so fast, and like I was like, Grandma, hurry up, please. I was like a wreck, a nervous wreck, and everything. So then so we drove to the Katy Mills Mall, which is right across the street. So there's already like a line outside of the Katy Mill, not outside of Katy Mills Mall, outside of the Books a Million. So I was like, oh gosh, but like the line hasn't, like they hadn't started selling the wristbands yet to meet him. So about an hour later it was like 8. So we got there at 7. About an hour later it was 8. They let us in. So we got in there about 8, and we were in that line for an hour until we got our tickets, or well, our wristband. I was like, yes, we got it. I'm meeting him. I was like, yes. So yeah, so after that we drove into Houston for a few minutes, and then about an hour we came back, and then it was like the line to meet him started at 5, the meet and greet started at 7. So so what we did, so we stayed at the hotel for about an hour or two or so, and then it was like 12 probably. So yeah, about then we decided, okay, we're gonna go get lunch, and then I guess after that we'll just go to the mall. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get ready. So really quickly I got a bag of stuff because I was like gonna do my makeup in the car, do my hair in the car, do everything in the car before I met him. I got everything I needed, and I was like, I have to charge my phone up real quick because I'm gonna be in that line for hours. I was like, okay, I have to be prepared. So we decided to go to Fridays and everything, so we ate. It was disgusting. so so I was like, okay, so I did my makeup in the car. We stopped at the gas station. It was about 2 o'clock that we got to the mall, Katy Mills Mall. I was like, okay, so I was like freaking out. So we had 3 hours before the line started, so we just walked around in the stores basically, and I was like counting down the hours and then the minutes. So we sat down at the food court. We weren't eating anything, just sitting in the food court and everything. And we hear this huge scream, and first thing that came to my mind was like, did someone die? Did someone get shot? I was like freaking out, and then I was like, oh yeah, the Shane meet and greet. I'm like, okay, so I had my wristband on. I was like, Grandma, let's go. So we got in the line. We had to go all the way back. They had not started letting them in the bookstore yet. They were like outside the bookstore in the mall. So like it was like outside the bookstore. Then there was like this secret passageway that was like, so we went through there. Then it was like outside, and then it turned, and then we were like right in the middle of that turn, and then it like, yeah, it was crazy. And then like the line, so in the Katy Mills Mall, it's like pretty big mall. So at the beginning was like Books a Million, and then at the end, like way back here, was Bass Pro Shop. The line went all the way back to Bass Pro Shop, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So so like, and then the line started moving. We went in that place, and then security like, we had to get security, like, go through a metal detector and everything, and it was like, okay, so we're, like, inside the Books A Million. I was like, did they already start letting them meet him? No, but they hadn't. They had just, wanted to get everyone in the bookstore, so we had gotten in the bookstore. So there were, like, 6 rows inside the bookstore, like, to get to the line where you meet him. So, we were, like, in the second one, so I was like, oh my gosh. So that time it was, like, 6:30, and then, Shane got there, and I was like, oh my gosh. Everyone started singing happy birthday to him, because it was his birthday, and it was, like, so cool and everything. And, it was loud in there, but I was like, but I don't care, it was fun. And then, Garrett walked out with a camera, and I was thinking he was vlogging, but I wasn't sure, or recording it, but I don't know. So I just ran over there with my phone, and I recorded a video of Garrett, and I got a pretty good video of him. So, yeah, and it was like, so I, like, ran back into where my spot was, and you couldn't bring any bags in there. You couldn't take any personal pictures with Shane at all. So, like, we were walking through the line. So we had gotten to, like, the 4th area. That's when, like, I started having a panic attack, though. I was, like, shaking. Like, I had my phone in my hand, and, like, my phone was literally, like, bouncing up and down because, like, I was, like, shaking so much. And I was, like, so excited. So then it was, like, that one little line to, like, where we, like, right next to him, like, where we're going to be. So the girl in front of me goes to meet him. So I walk up, and I see her with him. I just lose it. It was bawling, everything. It was crazy. So I walk up to him, and I was like, first thing I said was, I love you so much. And, it was like, oh, what's your name? And I was like, Haley. And then we took the picture. The first picture, it looked like, you know that face Jenna Marbles makes? Like that. I kind of looked like that. But I was trying to smile, and my whole face was red, and, like, one eye was open. Like, one eye was, like, halfway open, and one eye was closed. Like, I was, like, it was an awful picture, the first one. So, they stopped me, and, the security stopped me and said, Shane wants another picture with you. I was like, oh, yay, okay. So, I walked back over there after a few people there, but while I was waiting, I was just staring at him, like, in complete silence for, like, 3 minutes. Like that, and I was like, so I walk up again, I was like, hi, and then we took the picture, and this one turned out good. Actually, it's hanging up in my room. There's, like, 2 of them hanging in my room. So, I was just like, I love you so much, like, yeah, and then he was like, I love you, and I was like, ah! So I was like, yeah, and it was just a great experience, and his hugs were, like, so good. Like, he gives really good hugs, and, like, it was just a really good experience, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.